morning, and it is echoey in here. I am sitting in Korea's longest gondola ride. I believe that's what these are called. I purchased my ticket. It was 16,100 won, and it actually goes completely over a river. I believe it's marked as 3.6 kilometers long. And that being said, it is brand new. They just opened it earlier this year. Because of that, there's actually no English anywhere here. And so my video in is quite confusing. And there's a lot of chatter on who I'm talking to. And it's interesting to kind of see how they're doing things. Plus, I just got a regular cabin rather than the glass floor cabin. I didn't see the reason being. The cabin is quite rotund, I think is a good way to describe it. And they're actually there's plenty of view of the downwards. Plus, you're going over water the entire time. So, I mean, I guess it'd be cool, right? Maybe I'll do it when I'm in Busan. But seeing how I'm doing it kind of earlier in the day, I need to go get something to eat here in a second. I did notice that it rained this morning and that there's a 2% chance of rain until about noon. And so I didn't pack my rain gear. It's in my hotel room, and I'm hoping that it's okay. I was playing the lazy game because I didn't want to have to, when I leave the hotel, I have to turn in my hotel key. I didn't want to have to go back, grab the key, explain to her that I just forgot something in the room, go upstairs, because then you also have to turn in your car key so that they can move their car since their parking lot's tiny. And so it's this kind of game of trading keys, and I didn't want to have to try to explain that I'm just running up to my room to grab something and then coming back down to leave. But morning started off great. I woke up a little extra early today to get some more work done. Looks like everything is good on that end. I left some stuff for later tonight because today's going to be a short day technically. One of the things that I did for this and why I'm coming here so early though for the this gondola ride, which just realized I never said the name of the gondola ride. It's the Chuncheon Samaksan mountain lake cable car. And whoa, we are going over a crazy large solar field. And like I said, it was just made this year. It was kind of known to have these crazy crowds here and that they would sell out of their cars. But I just walked up to the machine, bought it, and now I'm already riding. So it was less than 10 minutes between the purchase of the ticket and me actually riding on the cable car. But I'm gonna go ahead and take some photos and enjoy the rest of this ride, and I'll check back in a moment when I actually make it to the top of Samaksan, Samaksan mountain. All right, be back in a moment. And just real quick, I'm back. Oof, we are going way up the mountain. My ears just popped hard, but visibility is probably about, I would say 20-30 meters. All of a sudden a gondola will pop out of the fog, and it is just all of a sudden about, I think 20 meters is being generous now. The fog is so thick, and it's pretty crazy to see just these gondolas pop out of the fog like that. And we're at treetop level. I don't think the camera's gonna catch it, but it feels like you could reach outside and touch the trees. There's some sort of pine tree. Oh, it does look like we're arriving, so I gotta get ready. All right, sweet. I will check back in a moment. And welcome back. The sun is out. you can see the clouds, the fog is starting to burn away. You're starting to be able to see more of the surrounding areas, and it's quite nice actually. The fog's still there, so you actually can't see down, but you can see the gondolas coming up quite a bit further out now. And the vista points at this place are pretty on point. Pun intended, I guess. There's two. So right when you come off the gondola and just walk straight, what I did was I walked to the right to go into the cafe to try to get some breakfast. But that ended up not working out too well because the cafe was just sold out of everything and all they had was coffee. So I had a coffee and then kind of my snack stash, which was a couple of granola bars, and yeah, that was it. And so anyhow, getting back to what I was saying, you walk straight past the cafe and it brings you to the first vista point. And this vista point actually kind of brings you out to a large kind of platform, and you have to go down. And there's one side's a stairwell and the other side is like a staging kind of area, so you could like sit there and just stare out into the scenery. But because it's so foggy, you can't actually see anything right now. Then now I'm on the second platform, which you go up to back towards the boarding area, and then there's actually an upstairs. So the main one I think is the downstairs one. So you come off the platform, come off the boarding area, go downstairs. But once you come up, you could actually go upstairs two flights of stairs, and you end up where I'm at right now, which is like the very roof of this top observation area. And the views would be amazing. Like, they have photos of it. I'll capture that in a second. But the views would be amazing if the fog wasn't so thick. But because the fog is so thick currently, you actually can't see the river below or any of the islands. From this platform, you should be able to see both islands that you cross, which is pretty awesome. Other than that, I mean, it's still pretty busy. For me being able to just get right onto a gondola and come up here, it's not too bad. So that being said, I think I'm pretty much done here now, which I'm actually done about an hour earlier than I thought I would be, which means I'm just gonna head off to the next spot. Oh, and that also includes the fact that GPS took me to the back side of this place rather than the parking lot. That was pretty crazy. So, I mean, it is what it is. So I had to like backtrack. It took me to this like mountain area and then I had to go, or this river area where this like river sports was, and then I had to backtrack all the way back to go around. And I saw the entrance from the river area, but you can't actually enter the parking lot for this place from there. Anyhow, I think that's it for this top platform. I'm gonna go back down and I'll probably finish up the video from the actual like the ticket purchasing area. Just some final thoughts, but it's been pretty cool. And I don't know if I mentioned or not, but when I got the coffee at the cafe, I went full blown like mocha latte because I wanted to get as many calories as possible, since I don't really plan on getting anything to eat. Maybe I will since I have an hour now, but at the moment I wasn't planning on anything. And since they didn't have any food and I was like starving, I figured it was some sugar in the system. Like I said, I'll check back in a moment. Welcome back, and I am pretty much in front of the parking lot, but also in front of the cable car station. It has been an awesome morning. I did take a whole recording of the cable car from entering to returning to this cable car station. It takes about 15 minutes to go that 3.6 kilometers, so it does take a while. So that is something to take note. I will probably put that in its own video though, since it's 15 minutes long. Also, a few things to note. They actually clean each cable car, each gondola, after you get out, someone actually goes in with like a sanitizing spray and sprays it down. So far the folks here have been super friendly and super helpful. Like just now when I was at a cafe, I ordered a special coffee and the guy was trying to tell me not to stir the coffee, and I'm like, it was weird because he made the motion to stir and then drink. So I mean, once you like put something in between that, like don't like cross it out, or don't stir and then drink, just drink, right? And this older gentleman that was right next to him was like, I mean, he had another customer who was right next to me. He was just like, don't stir, drink straight. I'm like, oh, okay, so just drink it. And if he wouldn't have told me that, I would have totally stirred it in, because it was like this cream that was sitting on top. Really cool. And the that was just a customer. Now, like all the service people, they've been super friendly here too and helpful. And one girl in particular, she recognized me probably because I have a mask on that has something on it. Not that many people do. Or my sweatshirt, which has like a Run DNS logo. It's very bright and stands out. But she spoke to me in English the entire time I was here, as soon as she found out that I was American, which was kind of cool. And so, as for the cable car ride, it's super quiet, super smooth. There are some bumpy spots, and when the wind picks up, it does sway side to side, which is kind of crazy. As for the ticketing process, it's fairly straightforward. Like I said before, all you do is go in, put your information in. It's already in English, so they have an English and a Korean mode, and it's kind of nice that you could just go in and do it like that. And then just like a note, once you're done with the cable car ride and you come back down, to kind of walk around the place, because there's actually some pretty cool views. Like if you go to the other side of the station, you could see the cable cars coming in and out of the station, and that's a pretty cool view to see them like coming in from over the lake or a river and then going back over the river. So highly suggest that. And yeah, overall this was and overall that was a really good day. That lady was trying to talk through me. Like the other lady she was talking to is that way, and she was talking from behind me. I was like, what's happening? Thought I was getting in trouble. But aside from that, the the place, as you can see, the fog's still going, and it's slightly burning off, but there's still quite a bit of fog, and I'm sure up in the mountains, like, it's gonna be hard to see still. Like, you're not gonna see the whole scenery. Although it is pretty cool to be able to see the fog. It looks like you're looking above the clouds and below it. So, real cool place. Recommend. And it just opened this year, so I was like super lucky to be able to just get up and down of it. Anyhow, I'll check back in the next video. We'll see you again.